do acting, you do choreography, you do directing, editing, singing, rapping. Is it anything that you haven't mastered, or anything that you plan on getting into? Besides what you have accomplished already.
Um, I'm newly a CEO of my own record label, so I'm definitely looking forward to see, where I take that, what artists I end up working with. So that's something I'm really excited about. But during over the pandemic, I really got, we were all really domesticated, and I learned how to cook, and I also really fell in love with cooking, like being a chef, like cooking for the whole family, making different things, experimenting. So I'm really excited to have my own cooking show and just like be a lifestyle person, like the Black Martha Stewart a little bit. Like I'm really into just everyday life things because I live so many different lives. Like I'm an artist, but I have godchildren and a stepdaughter, so I'm also a mom. I'm a daughter still. I'm still very much involved in everyday lifestyle things. So I'm really interested in, sharing my thoughts and the things that I like with the rest of the world. So I guess besides singing, dancing, and all the artistic stuff, I would say food and, just tips for the world and other people.
Okay, okay, that's dope because you have a lot of, I guess, what people call outlets. Because
Mhm.
during the pandemic, a lot of people, I guess it was already going on, but anxiety and
Yeah.
stress and depression was on the rise. So a lot of people
Mhm.
was in the house and they didn't really know how to channel, that energy in different
Mhm.
ways, not being able to go out and
Yeah.
interact with a lot of people, but poetry, writing poems, and making music, singing songs, even cooking food, eating healthier, trying new recipes. Those are ways that people can relieve that mental stress.
Mhm.
That's dope. That's dope. Let me see. I want to ask you about some of the tracks. I got a chance to check out some of your music. You have a very, very beautiful voice. You got a great style. You singing, you rapping. I want to ask you about the track options. Like, for the viewers who may not have had a chance to check it out, what is the thing behind that track?
So options I made about, I want to say I initially recorded options in 2016. Around that time, I was taking a year off from school. I had just graduated high school, and I was just like, I was becoming the new, I guess, it girl of my city. So it became like I was just talk of the town. Like everything you heard, it was just always about me. And it was just like all of these crazy stories of things that weren't true. And just like, you know how it is. Like people just get like flustered and they start creating all of these things. So when I made options, it was just like, yo, like y'all could talk about whatever y'all want. I have the option to be in a relationship. I have the option to be by myself. I have an option to just hang out with my friends. I have the option to have a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Like I can do what I want. Like it doesn't matter what anyone is talking about. I'm gonna do what I want. So that's really where options came from. And then also too, if you want to have another perspective, yeah, like you start dating someone and you see that a person becomes really comfortable and it's like, yo, I don't know you like that. You don't know me like that. You're getting too comfortable, and you got options, and I got options. Like I could really just go be over here, and you could just really go be over there. Like everybody has the option to really do whatever it is they want. So that's what the song was about. But when you listen to it, you don't hear that deep into the situation. Now, when you watch the video and then you watch like the series that came with it, you'll get the full like extent of the story. Like do your thing. Don't really let nobody control what you want to do, and so that's the main message of the song.
Okay, okay, yeah, I liked that track. It was dope for real. Now I want to ask you about the Uptown track. You got to work chance to work with the legend Kid Capri. Arguably, to most people in hip hop, he's if not the greatest DJ, one of the greatest. And that's your father. What is that experience like working with him on a track?
Um, it's so crazy because like we didn't even do that song in the studio together. He had recorded it, and he was in Jersey and I was in Brooklyn, and he called me and was like, "Yo, I got to turn this song in. I need you to put a verse on it right now." I was like, "Okay." So I stopped what I was doing. I recorded it, sent it back to him in like an hour. He loved it, and it was just easy, cool breeze. Like it wasn't this like crazy story. I feel like everybody's expecting us to have because my dad's a worker and I'm a worker. So it's like we just get it done and we keep it pushing and go on to the next thing. So it was real simple, real quick.
Okay, right. I can understand that, but Kid Capri, the man. So most people they dream of even meeting
That's,
them. You know.
I'm sorry to be so I guess the word would be coy. I'm sorry to be so coy or modest. The world looks at him as Kid Capri. I look at him as dad. So it's
Right.
different for me. Like I wasn't raised as, oh, Kid Capri's your dad. Kid Capri's your dad. I was just raised as him being my father. So to
But that's dope. That's cool.
yeah, it's cool. It's fire. But I do wish that sometimes I could be more respectful to the fact that people are like it's a beautiful thing to them. Like seeing Kid Capri and his daughter. Like I have to be more, you know, appreciative of that. Cause I'm just
Yeah.
looking, yeah, I did a song with my dad. Like, yeah, but no, you did a song with Kid Capri, girl.
All right. Because if that was basketball, he'd be like MJ or LeBron or one of them guys.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Yeah, that's dope. Let me see. Now, do you DJ yourself? Do you know how to scratch and cut or no?
I have no finger articulation at all. Like I'm not good at that. However, I am good at picking the right songs for the next and the next and the next. I'm good at that, but I can't scratch at all.
Okay. Let me see. I wanted to ask you about the track Air. I got to see the video. The video is dope. You got they glow in the dark or like neon lights and stuff like that. If you could talk about that track a little bit. I like the song, but I really,
Yes.
really like the video too. The presentation was dope.
You. The song is actually one of 5 songs that my team and I had wrote for Rihanna. So we were like just submitting music everywhere, and I wrote that song specifically for her because I just felt like it was something different for her. And at the time, she was like really into just all versatility and stuff like that. So I was just like, all right, let's throw out Air, and I thought it was cool because I knew she was a smoker, but she wasn't like blatant about it. So I felt like the song would have been like, just perfect for her. So time went on, as we know, she hasn't put out an album since when I initially wrote all those songs. So I decided to keep Air for myself. And um it was different because again, I didn't write it for me. So putting it out for me was different for me because I felt like everyone thought that was like gonna be the sound that I stuck to forever. But neither here nor there. The video came about because I just wanted to give something different than what the world was already seeing. Like social media was becoming way, way more and more and more and more lit. And all you seen was everybody naked, everybody doing this, everybody do it was like the same thing over and over again. So I was like, okay, with Air, what could we do different? Like, and I was like, all right, let's do the glow in the dark thing. So me, my dancers, my mom, my whole team, we got all the bodysuits and we just spray painted everything ourselves. My sister painted me. She's an artist as well. She's also my dad's daughter, Art of Hardy. She's amazing. And yeah, it was a group effort. We just made it happen. We shot it. I edited the video, and that was it. And then about, I want to say like 4 months later, we did the remix with Snoop. But I held on to it. I'm actually going to re-release it pretty soon with another video. So I'm excited for that. And it's like 5 years later. So that's crazy.
No, that's dope because music is timeless if it's great and like you said, it don't sound like everything else. It's a breath of fresh air. So I look forward to that remix. Snoopy, a giant in hip hop as well. So you already know.